So I'm ready for my praise.
Yeah, it's pretty hard for me to fault you on this one, I'm afraid.
Righto, welcome back to Turf and Tools. It is super windy outside. There's just dirt and debris all through the air. Not very nice to be outside at all, but probably gives me an excuse to start my uni pizza bench project. I've been wanting to do this basically since we got here, to have some sort of a bench outside so we can cook barbecues, use the uni pizza oven. At the moment the uni is on a little coffee table, and it doesn't really encourage you to get out there. You want to make it as easy as possible. We are going to be using all Ryobi tools to do this. I am a classic DIYer, so I felt it was a good opportunity to try out all of this gear and show you guys this gear. As always, I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm sure I'll get some things wrong, but we'll learn some stuff along the way. Well, at least I'll learn some stuff along the way, and I'll be able to take that into whatever project I take on next. I have no qualifications to work with wood or anything, but I do enjoy cutting and nailing and screwing things together. Who doesn't really? So awful conditions out here, but I am somewhat undercover. This timber here is what we're going to be working with. It's a hardwood. It's actually fencing timber, but I kind of like the rustic look and feel of it. This is going to be a really rustic looking thing to try and somewhat match the dog enclosure that we've previously built on Turf and Tools. There is a video of that process, and let me just say, digging into the sandstone for those posts was not the most fun job. We are aiming for a very, very simple structure, an L-shape bench just for this area here, uni to go on it, maybe a little barbecue to go on there as well. Little pizza prep area, I don't know. Somewhere I can put this so we can actually use it. Now, I have unboxed the full toolkit apart from the sliding compound miter saw, so we've got to get that out of the box because that's what we'll be cutting our lengths with first. Now, I wasn't expecting this. They did send the miter saw stand as well, which I'm very thankful for because I was planning on having this sit on the ground and cutting there, so unfortunately that means I've got to put it together. Thankfully though, through the magic of editing, it'll be done like this. Just like that. Now you may notice that it's a lot darker here than when I started. That's not because this took an eternity, it actually was pretty quick. I got stuck on the phone for a couple of hours, so looks like we'll be starting the uni bench tomorrow. All right, we've got it together. That was a couple of weeks ago actually. Everyone gets busy. Now I've got to try and get back in my head what I was going to do. I can't even remember what I told you last time, but it's going to be very rustic. L-shaped bench. I might just mark on the ground roughly where I want it and then measure it and then just, I don't know, start cutting some sort of framey stuff, and we'll just figure it out along the way. It's going to be pretty raw. Rightio, so that's going to be like one of the bottom frames, and then we're going to have some, obviously 4 legs, and then there'll be a top frame, and then there'll be a bench on top. That's what I'm thinking anyway. Probably cut a couple more for the middle there, and I imagine that should be enough. What have I done? I used the wrong mark. I didn't center it. I'm not going to pull it out now. It's going to be fine. That one's going to be joined to the other one, so it kind of gives it more space to screw into anyway. How do I do these things? I feel like I was going so well too. So that is the bottom done. All I need to do is replicate the top now. And I will match these markings on that one. So I don't think you'll see that. Actually, you won't see the screws on that side anyway because it's going to join up there. But if we're going to make a mistake, we might as well make it twice. Considering how the opposite of perfect this timber is, that actually came out quite well. All right, now I know everything goes together all right. I might just make pretty much all the cuts now, get all my bits together, and then assemble. Now I quite clearly have no trade skills, but I do enjoy doing this stuff. Always feels super rewarding at the end. Even if it's not perfect, which it won't be, I'll likely learn some lessons for next time. There's just something about cutting timber, drilling it, using the impact to get the screws in. It's just really satisfying. I have wanted one of these for a long time, as in a battery powered, I don't know, I just call it a drop saw, but it's so much easier than having a extension cord dangling around everywhere and just one less thing to trip over, which I do enjoy. All right, time to replicate what we did the first time, see how many mistakes I can make. All right, so top and bottom frames are done now. Went together reasonably easy. As I said, I was pretty impressed with how it came together, considering this is like hardwood fencing timber and it's definitely not straight. So yeah, I'm happy with how they turned out. The next step is to do the legs, and I'm really not sure how to do this. There is a bit of fall. I can't remember. I think I got the laser out a few weeks ago. I think it's about like 30 mil from there to there. So I'm trying to work out whether I prop these up on the legs level, or I just do everything the same height and just deal with the fall. You probably won't notice it, I imagine, but now that I know the fall's there, I feel like I will notice it. But then is there going to be too much mucking around trying to get them level? I really don't know. So these are the legs or the posts. Man, they are solid, super solid. So that'll sit about there probably, and what I'm saying is, do I just run a laser line where I stand the 4 up and mark it and then fix it to there, or do I just do it at the same height on every post? I'm sure someone with some actual experience would know the best way to do it, but we're gonna have to make a decision. I might just cut them to height first and I can muck around. So I did apply a quick coat of the timber protector permanent waterproofing paint to the bottom of those posts. Whether it needs it or not, I don't know. It's going to be undercover most of the time, but there will be some water come in the side and probably be under it. So I guess I've got it, I might as well use it. It does say 2 coats an hour between each, so now I've got to wait a little bit. The legs are pretty much dry. They're actually not, but I'm going to put them there anyway. Probably get some paint on the concrete, but it is what it is. I have set up the laser. You probably can't see it. Well, you might just be able to see it. The line there, I'm just going to try and match that all the way across, but as you can see, it disappears. It falls down there because it's much lower there than it is up here. So yeah, I'm just going to set the first leg in there, then I might do that other corner and then just raise this up to the line and go from there. Yeah, I've gone with the level look. I don't know if it's right. I don't know how to do this, but that's what we're doing. At least I'll know it's level. Will I regret it? It sits nicely, actually. Why is that so? Oh. Okay, I think we're looking good. I don't know, but I think we're looking good. At least that side's propped up now. We can work on this side. Lovely. So I'm pretty happy with that. Don't know if you can see the line there, but considering this timber, as I've said many times, is not perfect, yeah, that's nice and level. Looks very solid. We have the bottom shelf on. I don't know how I'm going to get the top bench on, as in hold it up there on my own. At least it fits on. Clamp. Maybe we can just slip one in. Of course the drill's over there. Oh, I don't have that flexibility. Oh. It's going to be about there. Oh. How on earth is that right? The next day I am going to be continuing the bench, but I did want to show you, I did promise last week, we'd been watering the veggie patch, the garden, with this, having to fill it up slowly with the gravity fed hose, I guess, and it wasn't fun at all. I had to do it once, and yeah, that motivated me enough to organise a new pump. Is it on?
Oh yeah.
And there we go. We're going to get a new hose reel. I will mount that somewhere here. You happy now?
Oh, so happy. A third of the time, and much more effective. Yeah, more effective.
It's the simple things that are exciting, isn't it?
Yeah, it's my favourite thing you've done here yet.
Yeah. So yeah, we do have water here now. Proper supply. Hooked up to this switch here, so I've just got to turn that off, and that switches it off. So very happy. Magosh, magosh, magosh. So this is where I got up to with the bench yesterday. This one's fully framed up, I guess. You were very happy. I didn't tell Nicole I was starting it, so she came home, and actually you walked out and didn't even notice all this stuff out there. Put the dogs out, came back in. I'm like, are you blind?
I saw the paintbrush and I was like, oh God, what's he been doing? But everything's moved around, so I didn't notice. Because you always have so many projects. How do you not notice this?
I
know, it's fairly large.
Hello.
It was
Maggie
dark.
noticed
it was dark. I did have a light on, but it was dark.
Yeah, great lighting out here.
Yeah, I do think it looks perfect though. I love the rustic wood.
Me too.
It's chunky.
I did mention earlier in the video that we don't know what we're doing with the bench top yet, so make sure you give us some suggestions. We're going to go to Bunnings just to check out what's there today. I don't think we'll buy anything, but by the end of this video, I'll have all this framing together. I do have to pull this one apart though. This is the return. And while initially I planned for it to be the same width as this, the reason I've made it quite deep, it's 800 deep, so we can fit the uni on there. The uni's the pizza oven, and which is quite deep. So I just assumed I would make this return the same, but it kind of eats into a lot of this space here, don't you think?
Yeah, because we've also got the Weber cube put on there, and I think otherwise we utilise that quite a lot. You can't reach through it because it's too deep.
Yeah, I think this is more a prep area maybe.
Yeah.
So I'll probably pull this apart, shorten these, make it 600 as opposed to 800.
Yeah.
And then that'll give us, what will that give us?
Why you do that? Because my idea is that's just used to prep stuff for pizzas and that.
Even 600 might be too big. I reckon 500. Look at that, that's 500 there.
I feel like that's not... Do 550. See what that looks like.
550 is there.
550 is good. I don't want to go any smaller than that because I think...
No, you're probably right.
I feel it'll look a bit out of balance.
I think that's the number, yeah. I think 600 is too much.
Just show me 600 again. I think 550. And what's the plan with the front of it then?
The front.
Will it be open?
No doors or anything. That'll just be a shelf.
A shelf, yeah.
Yeah, I might put some, I don't know, again, but I was thinking maybe some fencing, some hardwood fence palings.
Across
like that.
Yeah, okay.
That'll look nice and rustic. And then, but again, if you've got any suggestions, let me know. But it's coming together. I'm happy.
I'm super excited.
It's going to be nice out here.
It's going to be beautiful to cook out here.
Nicole wanted to show the fruit trees. I did see in the comments someone actually wanted to know what fruit trees we had, and we don't actually know, so we need your help. We have, this is an apricot.
No, I think that's either...
Well, I just made that up, I've got no idea.
I think it's a peach or a plum.
Yeah.
And they all look sort of the same to me. So
is this a fruit tree?
No, I think that's a lemon of a citrus. So that's either a lime or a lemon.
Oh, that looks the same as that, doesn't it?
Yeah, but I feel like this one might be a lime. I don't know why.
So these actually look the same. There's a close-up look at the leaf.
Show them the flowers.
So yeah, some white flowers on it.
And this
I would say all three are identical, wouldn't you?
Well, this one I think could be different.
Really? That's got the same white
I think it's a different
leaves?
type of flower. I'm not sure. It looks a bit more... The shape's a bit different. The chickens, I've been letting the chickens in every day just to try and keep it down.
Okay.
And they fertilise the ground, which is nice.
That's the way. We just went to Bunnings, just got back from Bunnings, and I think we've found a benchtop solution. So I've got to go back there with the ute to pick it up, but hopefully that means we'll be able to finish this project in this video. The hell? Right, so here is one of the bench tops. It's some Merbau. I don't know, they've glued it together or something. Looks okay. It's 600 wide, so I'm going to need a little bit longer. So I do also have a couple of Merbau decking boards, which I'll then put at the back for the last 200 mil. So we've got one for there, one for there. Just need to cut it down to size. All right, so I've got them cut down to size. Now I have to sand them before I'm going to oil them or whatever we've got. I don't know what it is. But I'm not really looking forward to it at all. But I guess this is the part where if you don't do it properly now, you pay for it later. That wasn't too bad, actually. Far too windy outside to do this, so we're going to do it inside. Whether it's right or not, we're using some exterior ultra clear. Oh. Wasn't expecting that colour. Wow. It's a lot thicker than I thought it would be. This bench will be finished today. Will we have pizza tonight? These came up pretty well. I don't know if I'll give it one last coat at the end once I fix them. I haven't fixed them to the frame yet. I've got some little L brackets that I'm going to do there so I don't have to have any screws up the top. Also didn't plan on finishing the bottom in this video, but I just went and purchased some hardwood fence palings. These are 100 by 16 mil, which I'm going to put as like slats across the bottom there, and I think yeah, that'll be the rustic look that I'm going for. Hopefully we can make it look nice. So I can't see any reason why this won't be completed today, which is very exciting. After seeing the hardwood fence palings too, I'm toying with the idea. I'll finish it today with the 2 strips of Merbau at the back there, but I kind of like the idea of the contrast between that sort of more finished look and the rough hardwood look, maybe at the back there. So I'll finish it with that today, but I might replace them with something like that at some point. Let me know what you think would look better. I'm liking how this is turning out now. It's really finished it off, I think. I am going to screw these down. I haven't got screws. I still got to go back to Bunnings, get some screws for that. But yeah, I like it. Looks rustic. Good thing about it being rustic is that's the excuse for any mistakes. Now it's time to fix the bench to the frame. I've just got these little like L brackets so I can fix that underneath and to the frame, and then we don't have to screw anything in top, and they're nice and hidden. They're just like perfectly level too. Nice. So let's see after everything. Here's the test. I don't think you get much better than that. I'm very happy with that considering what I'm working with here, and level. Like I said earlier, I'm probably going to replace this at one stage. So I'm just going to put these down with one screw, so I'm not too concerned about it long term. These have got a bow to them, so it's very hard to get it. It's very hard to get the gap uniform. Lucky there's only two of them, so hopefully we won't really notice. Wow. Getting it all done. I went and got some decking screws. I don't know if they're the best thing for it, but it's what we're going with. Time to drill a lot of holes. I've got a friend who is actually sitting on the uni. Oh, I feel like it wants to fly onto me or something. What if I hold my arm out? Yeah? Hello? Come on. Oh, finally. Not gonna lie, I'm stoked with how this has turned out. Quick wipe down before I put the uni on here. This is the bit I've been waiting for. Now, as I said at the start, I have no idea what I'm doing, so I'm sure there's a million things that I've done that, you know, wouldn't be what a professional would do, but it's gonna be more than good enough for me. And I think it just goes to show, just with a few tools, what you can get done if you just want to have a crack. I wish I had more time to do this sort of stuff because I really enjoy it. These plants are doing so well. Have a look at the colour. You have a new home over here. Oh, love it. This one over here, of course. I haven't actually thought about where I'm going to put it. All right, that looks cool. I love that. It's very basic. I think that's probably the reason it's turned out all right. So I'm ready for my praise.
Yeah, it's pretty hard for me to fault you on this one, I'm afraid.
I am, yeah. I can't believe how well it's turned out.
It's given how many things we looked at, nothing seemed right. We bought the timber at different places. It's come together incredibly well. I think the real win here is the top.
Yeah. Even that was like a last minute decision.
That's what I mean. Like, it wasn't what we were.
I think, and even with how it was sort of raw when we bought it, the ultra clear or whatever it was we put on, I like the colour it's given it. So.
Yeah. Merbau's such a beautiful, rich timber, isn't it?
Yeah. You know, some people say Merbau, and I don't know if it's right.
No, they're not
Merbau.
right. They're wrong. It's
Merbau. I say Merbau, but it's
not Halloween.
Some people say Merbau.
What, are they scared of it?
Maybe.
You know what I really like? I love the way that you've thought about it. And you've left enough room either end for the pot plants.
No, that was intentional.
Like, that was my first question to you the other day was, why didn't you go further? But now I'm like...
I think if I went out further, it would just be sort of too big, or that way as well.
Yeah.
It's plenty of space here with a lovely prep area here. Oh, you already got the semolina on there?
Yeah.
Oh. Lovely prep area here for the pizza straight in.
And it's a good working space for both of us. There's enough room for me to be making pizzas while you're cooking them.
Yeah.
And I think if we do hang some plants on that wall, it would just really look beautiful.
Yeah.
And there's so much room underneath to store. Like, I know as we don't say this, but in winter time we could put wood under there or whatever. It's great. You can just blow it off.
I feel like we have a missed opportunity here. It doesn't look like there's anything from our
Garden.
our harvest.
Well, snow peas don't really go on pizza. The potatoes aren't ready.
Couldn't you put the baby spinach? Well, have we got baby spinach?
No, we've got silver beet.
Can we get baby spinach? I like baby spinach.
Oh, I can absolutely do. But I've got seeds for baby spinach.
Okay,
I'll
I do
some
like
on the
baby
weekend.
spinach, so
Yeah, we can
we'll
do that.
It's
It's good in iron too. We've
iron
got
helps
so
us
much
play.
stuff that I seeded the other day to seedlings to see if it'll germinate. We've got eggplant, capsicum, cucumbers, chilies, onions, spring onions, tomatoes, basil, like loads of stuff to put into the garden. Yeah,
Nice.
I did sow some seeds today for flower rows to try and bring the pollinators in just at the end.
I'm
of
looking
each
forward
of
to
the
seeing the
beds.
flowers.
Yeah, me too. I hope they work because the first lot I put in didn't work.
So this is the Uni pizza oven. What temperature are we looking for, Nicole?
450 to 500.
We have 430 on the stone plate.
Let's let it get to 450, then we'll make the first one.
Okay.
Are we going to make a calzone today?
No. Oh, this one looks really nice.
Good job.
Oh, Bernie's.
Perfect that one looks. Oh. Awesome. Beautiful.
That was so much nicer throwing the pizzas in at, that height rather than squatting down at the
And also so much quicker.
yeah.
Because they didn't stick on us like
Yeah.
last time because we got them in, because that was really our fault, was we didn't get them in quickly enough.
I can't wait to try other stuff in it now. You did steak
Oh, the steak was
a
amazing.
little bit ago. Is it sticking?
No, there's a bit of rubber on the bottom
Oh,
of the
okay.
plate. Yeah, the steak
Yeah,
was
you did-
incredible.
Yeah.
I picked a T-bone that was like an inch thick, and then I seasoned it, let it get to room temperature, and put it in, and it took literally 2 minutes on one side and about 30 seconds on the other side.
We'll have to do steak and vegetables, our vegetables.
Oh yeah. Can you imagine if we did grilled broccolini in there, or potato chips?
Yeah. Potato chips in there?
Yeah,
Really?
yeah.
So much more to come. Hope you enjoyed this video, watching me struggle along. Appreciate you watching. You got anything to say, Nicole? Maybe you can do an outro.
Oh no, what can I say? Thanks, Tim, for all your hard work.
Okay, that sounded so
I have
disingenuous.
no idea what to say.
See you
I don't
next
know what
time.
to say.